A popular proverb says, a woman who does not like noise making while cooking should not buy foodstuffs on credit. Hello and welcome to Direct on the Spot. I am your host, Chinedu. Today, we're talking about Tigrayn Gambaryan, a popular binance executive who was arrested in Nigeria some months ago and was later released. He has been in the news, up and down the news, dragging Nigerian officials in the mud, dragging them on their throats, disgracing them, dropping lots of accusations left, right, and center. Right now, he is in his home country doing all this. What point is he trying to prove? When he was in Nigeria, why didn't he say all these things? Why is he speaking now? What is going on? And the truth is this: I don't like it when people act the way they act because they feel that they're not within the ambits of the law that they are breaking. Who is Tigrayn Gambaryan? And why is he doing all this? Nobody knows. But definitely speaking, let's go down a brief timeline to know what happened, the back and forth between him and the Nigerian government, and why we are where we are today. I'll read. Tigrayn Gambaryan is the Binance head of financial crime compliance, and Nadeem Anjarwalla, Binance Africa regional manager, traveled to Nigeria for discussion with government officials. February 2024, initial arrest. Tigrayn Gambaryan, Binance head of financial crime compliance, and Nadeem Anjarwalla, Binance Africa regional manager, traveled to Nigeria for discussions with government officials. On February 26, 2024, both were arrested by Nigerian authorities over alleged money laundering, tax evasion, and operating Binance illegally in the country. They were detained at the Office of National Security Advisor, the ONSA. On March 2024, the escape of Anjarwalla. On March 22, 2024, Nadeem Anjarwalla, a dual citizen of the UK and Kenya, escaped from custody and fled Nigeria using a Kenyan passport. Gambaryan remained in detention as his US passport had been confiscated. April 2024, formal charges filed. The Nigerian government formally charged Binance, Anjarwalla, and Gambaryan with 1. Money laundering for up to $35 million. 2. Tax evasion. 3. Illegal cryptocurrency trading. A federal high court in Abuja denied Gambaryan bail and remanded him in Kuje prison, known for its harsh conditions. May to August 2024, deteriorating health and diplomatic pressure. Gambaryan's health worsened due to malaria, poor prison conditions, and a herniated disc. The US government increased diplomatic pressure on Nigeria for his release. Binance distanced itself from the case but continued negotiations with Nigerian officials. September 2024, legal challenges and rejected bail requests. Nigerian courts rejected Gambaryan's bail requests multiple times, citing the seriousness of the charges. US officials intensified calls for his release on humanitarian grounds. October 2024, charges dropped and release. On October 2024, the Nigerian government dropped all charges against Gambaryan. He was released from Kuje prison and returned to the US for medical treatment. On February 2025, after recovering, Gambaryan publicly accused Nigerian lawmakers of demanding a 150 million bribe in exchange for leniency. He specifically named 1. Philip Agbese, 2. Ginger Onwusibe, 3. Peter Akpanke. He also alleged that National Security Advisor Nuhu Ribadu sought financial gain from the situation. February 2025, again, Nigerian government responded. Philip Agbese denied the allegations, challenging Gambaryan to provide proof. Onwusibe filed a lawsuit against Gambaryan, and the Nigerian government dismisses the accusations as baseless and defamatory. Current status: Gambaryan is still remain free man in US, but his claims have caused diplomatic tensions. The Nigerian government has not ruled out potential legal action against him for defamation, and Binance continues to face regulatory scrutiny in Nigeria. This is where we are today. This is where we are today. A man that was in custody, a man that we held in custody for a certain crime of fleecing this country, and of course, doing things illegally with his company, Binance, is now on the throat of Nigeria. He's now decided to take his revenge by either cooking up these allegations or revealing them, whichever one you want to say. Be that as it may, Tigrayn Gambaryan has raised a lot of dust in the Nigerian economy, the Nigerian politics, the Nigerian atmosphere, and people are running helter-skelter, trying to clear their names, trying to deny or maybe, to sue to protect their images. But how can you be in a far country and throw such dust on Nigeria? It doesn't. Oh God, it doesn't look good for the optics. But in all this, there are a lot of points I want to note on this channel. And I want to listen attentively to everything I want to say. Because it's very important that when people talk like this, you don't take everything they say hook, line, and sinker, or sometimes you try to explore whatever is around it. Number one, there is no evidence to prove any word Tigrayn Gambaryan has said so far. Both about Nigeria, both about his claims on bribery, and both about his treatment in Nigeria. There is no evidence to prove. Not one. Not one. These are words from a man in his country, knowing very well that he can say anything and get away with it. So that's number one for you to note. Number one for you to note. And I want to ask, when he was arrested, why was he being held at the office of National Advisor for 3 months? Why will the office of National Advisor hold on to a person for such a time? I felt that was too much. Because before he was arrested, they should have known why he was arrested. And immediately was arrested, he's taken to prison. Files are being charged immediately, taken to prison. Because keeping him in an office is exposing him to lots of things. And I felt that was wrong. That's points to note. That's 3 months is too much. He should have gone to Kuje prison immediately. Also, number two, if you know this man, Tigrayn Gambaryan, was innocent from the start, why did you arrest him in the beginning? If you know he was innocent from the start, why was he arrested in the beginning? Are you releasing the man or are you releasing Binance? Did you say Binance is innocent? Or are you saying this man, Tigrayn Gambaryan, is innocent? Because I know that you're trying to get onto Binance, you head onto their executives, people who run the Binance. Very, very important. Also, after Binance had distanced itself from Tigrayn Gambaryan in the beginning, because the Binance distanced itself from Tigrayn Gambaryan in the beginning of the case, they said, we don't have anything to do with you, sir. Face your own problem. Face your problem. He's not part of us in a big way. He's just a normal staff. He's not a big executive. So he doesn't know the operations and going on of our company. So we are not interested. After they had done all this, why did they still go ahead and send him lawyers to defend him? Why did they go ahead to defend him in court? Because Binance sent lawyers to defend this man in court after saying that they distanced themselves from him. That is very implicating. That is very, very, they're trying to play smart. So Binance itself knows very well that that man belongs to them. In fact, that man is very important to their work. That man is very important to whatever they do that people do not know. And Binance is now complicit in that. And people should have raised an eyebrow. Who sent this man lawyers? Binance, the same Binance that said, we don't know you. Oga, we don't know you. Face your own problem. Now you went behind and changed your mind and say, okay, we will send you lawyers. On what capacity are you sending this man lawyers when he is not a high-ranking staff or he's not even a major player in your Binance? That is a red flag. Also, why were the charges suddenly dropped on Binance head? I want to ask the Nigerian government, why was the charges suddenly dropped? When you leave people go so cheap like that, they turn back to not value it. Look at now, the man now has turned around. Because he feels he's a free man now. And I'm sure he was begging then. I'm sure he was begging everywhere. People were begging for him up and down, trying to say, please, release this man. Release him. He's a good man. He's a nice man. He knelt down on his knees. He begged. Pleaded. Countries were begging for him. Now he has been released. He's now ungrateful. It is because of Nigerian government let itself so loose. We lost ourselves so much. Because we are very, very nice people. The same way we are good with people, like South Africa, turn around to insult us. Our neighboring countries, even like other countries close to us, turn around to insult our country. That's because we are too nice. Sometimes we should allow the law take its course. Allow these judges do their job. Allow the lawyers do their job. Forget this high level, negotiations here and there. The man now has turned around to be a nemesis because the charges were dropped. What we should have done rather was to grant him bail. To grant him bail. To go for medical treatment. Because whenever he's talking now, he will be talking as somebody who is under trial in Nigeria, not as a free man. Because he's talking as somebody who is innocent, who was held against his will, and later what? He was released. That means he's angry that his name, that he has been held for nothing. For how many months? Psychologically, he's talking from a part of the winner. We are the loser. We should never have gone free. He should have been on bail. He should have gone on bail. Rather. What is the role of American government in all this? Why was the American government very interested in this case? Why? Why? Because I ask this because this man, Tigrayn Gambaryan, doesn't seem to be a normal person. He is not a normal human being. He might be somebody, not even might. I want to read out something to you so that you will check it yourself to know and see if this may be the reason why the American government decided to wade in this matter. Who is Tigrayn Gambaryan? Who is Tigrayn Gambaryan? People have been hearing the name, but they never care to ask who this man is. Now, I want to read out something to you, a brief bio on this man, so that you will hear it. Tigrayn Gambaryan is one, financial crime investigator, former U.S. federal agent. Nationality, American. Background, former Internal Revenue Service special agent specializing in financial crimes and cryptocurrency investigations. Worked on major cases including the Silk Road and BTC e-exchange investigations. Role at Binance. Joined Binance in 2021 as head of financial crime compliance to help the company navigate global regulations. Those that don't know about the Silk Road and BTC e-exchange, go and look into it. Then you will understand why I think this man is not only a Binance executive, might be also an American agent working for Binance and monitoring currencies around the world and countries around the world. All these things they do is just international conspiracy. Binance itself is not innocent from all this. Binance itself may actually be controlled by the American government, may actually be controlled by foreign intelligence, trying to use it to gain access to African economies. And this should be very, very, that's why the American president may have had an interest in this. So Tigrayn Gambaryan is not actually innocent. He's not. He's not. He's not innocent. He knows. They know what they're doing in Binance. But let me not go too deep on that. To be fair to Tigrayn Gambaryan, he's a human being. As a human being, he deserves every right to speak. I'm not going to hold back his mouth. But as he knows he has spoken today, just know everybody has a right to defense. To be fair, also, please, sir, you don't speak without evidence. You're talking about if the Federal Republic of Nigeria, over 250 million people, you don't speak anyhow. You don't stay in your country and speak anyhow about a country. You must have your evidence and your facts. But to be fair, you are a free man. You can say whatever you like to say. You're free to speak. You're free to speak. You're free to associate anywhere. You have rights. To be fair to our NSA, no rebadu. That's what you see when when you try to be nice to people like this, So you are doing your job very well. I saw you the other day, you stood up against Canada, speaking, to their faces, and telling them what they should hear. This disrespect on Nigeria should stop. So do whatever you can do to protect our country's image from all these kind of people who wake up every day, to tarnish our image. You are doing a very good job. And so far, there's been no controversy around your office. And I hope it remains like that. Your office is very close to the presidency office, and it should remain like that. All these accusations around you, please, I want you to file a report, file, a case against this man, International Criminal Court, because what he's trying to do is called slander. You can't slander a country's image and go scot-free. And I think a case against, Binance should be reopened. Those lawmakers that were mentioned, well, it's bad that you were mentioned, but this is a good time to clear the air, file a case, and demand compensation from this man, But it's not entirely that bad. It's not that bad because this man, I'm not sure anybody will take him that serious. And this is my take. I want to be on the spot right now. Was Nigerian government right in releasing this man? Was Nigerian government right in releasing Tigrayn Gambaryan? No. Hell no. He should never have been released from the one. He should have remained in that cell, or rather released on bail, not set free and charges dropped. Why? Why would you drop his charges? Why? No. He should be still standing trial. Does he have evidence? Does Tigrayn Gambaryan have evidence to back up his claim? As of today, no. There's no evidence to prove whatever he's saying is just hearsay. Lies. And I don't like lies. What are lies? Lies are words spoken without facts. Never facts. No facts, just lies. You can't open your mouth and accuse our country of trying to ask you for $150 million. And you don't have evidence to prove for it. That's the big lie. Because you think everybody will just believe you because it's Nigeria? Because our country, our image may not be that perfect. Then is your country perfect? Don't you think we see all the news happening in the foreign countries? You think we are blind? Can Tigrayn Gambaryan be trusted? No. It's not because you're an American or you're a white, then anything you say, we believe it. Gone are those days where you speak and we listen and we accept. No. You are not credible enough because already it is obvious that your modus operandi is improper. First of all, your partner escaped. That tells a lot about you. Your partner escaped, jumped bail. He didn't have the mind to stand trial. A clear conscience fears no accusation. And I'm sure if you had seen a way to escape, you would have. But unfortunately for you, your passport was being held by the Nigerian government. You could not escape. And you knew he was going to escape. Two of you planned it. So you see, he has means to hide. And that would have been a reason why we shouldn't have been granted bail, because your partner escaped, jumped bail, and disappeared. So you can never be trusted. Such a person can't be trusted. Even you cannot be trusted. Should the case file be reopened? Yes, big yes. This is me telling National Security Advisor, Nuhu Ribadu, immediately, sir, open the new case file for this man. Open a case file for this man. He can't go scot-free. Open a case file for this man. Yes, a case file should be opened for him so that we could look into this matter of Binance and their operations in Nigeria very well. Why I'm saying this is because a lot of Nigerians have been actually scammed from cryptocurrency and tradings and dealings. And where the money going to? Where's the money going to? Our national currency was being threatened against the dollar. And when they were arrested, the price stabilized for a while. Until now, it's stabilized. So yes, it's very impossible. Yes, it's very possible. And I want this matter to be looked into very, very well. Please. I want Nigerians to discredit anything those people are saying. Tigrayn Gambaryan and co. These people are in a conspiracy to bring down our country. They're in a conspiracy to bring down Nigeria, to bring down Africa. And it's not a good time. Our officials should sit up and do their work to make sure that our country is protected from these leeches and evil people who don't mean well for the country. Having said that, all is well. We are strong as a country. We are strong as a nation. We are strong as a people. Let's stand together. Forget about politics right now. Let's stand together. Forget about where you belong. Forget about tribe and religion right now. Stand together and protect the country. Then when we protect our country, we can go back to our politics. Nigeria comes first. Nigeria comes first. Please like, subscribe, like. Very important to like this video, because if you like this video, it's going to refer it to people, and it's going to keep referring it to people that will also see the video. Then you also subscribe so that you can see our new videos when it's dropped, and also click the notification button so that it will alert you when we have new videos. These three things are very important. Then if you must, you share to your friends and share people that you know in your WhatsApp group and other groups that you may have. This is Chinedu signing out on this video episode of Direct on the Spot, the show where we hit it hard and hot on matters of concern that shape and affect our daily lives. Say no to discrimination and disrespect. Always say no to any form of abuse. Till we see you again. Thank you.